We have our first look at Zach Shallcross's season of The Bachelor and are breaking down the biggest moments from the trailer. Hey guys, and welcome back to another shared news. Before we jump into what we know so far about Zach's season, if you're new here, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on any future videos. I'm your host, Allison Van Dam, joined today by Zachary Reality. Zach, we finally got the break we've all been begging for. Bachelor in Paradise is over, but we're still dealing with a little Bachelor fatigue. So I have to know, does this trailer make you in any way excited for the season, or are you still lukewarm on Zach?
I feel like we need to kind of break down this trailer when we start reviewing the clips. And I'll have to tell you at the end of the trailer how I really feel. But right now, I am so excited to have my Monday nights back. Luckily, Zach's season does not air until the 23rd, so we truly do have a couple months break, a month and a half, if that. Yeah, like 5 weeks. So I'm really just going to soak that all in and enjoy it because I can't say that I'm too excited about watching Zach and his journey. I just don't feel connected to him.
Yeah, so we have just under 2 months until the season starts. So I'm sure we'll be getting more promos, more information about who's going to be on his season, maybe some more drama. But for now, these are the clips that we have to tease us with. So let's start out with clip number 1, where we see that Zach might have had, a Bachelor glow up.
Got some friction with the stubble there.
So we got Sean in the shower. It's like a new podcast name, a new show. Sean's in the shower with him, which I don't fully understand, but we had a lot of body shots, him working out. I mean, I guess this is typical of any sort of, start of the Bachelor season. I feel like episode 1 with our Bachelors, we always get some form of fitness. We get some form of shower. Are they trying to just double down and make sure we know that Zach is a catch, that he's fit? What were you thinking about this? Because for me, it was a little much.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely fit. He goes to the gym. He has a nice tan. I didn't really like the editing. I felt like it went to black screen too quickly, and we didn't really get to fully see what we were working with here. So not really falling for him right now. But maybe I'll have a crush when the season gets closer. We all know I love a crush. But Sean Lowe definitely will hype up this season, or at least this trailer, because he was the OG of showing off his abs. And Sean Lowe's the best Bachelor of all time.
Yeah, and I saw a comment when Bachelor posted this trailer on YouTube. Someone said, Zach gives me Sean vibes. So maybe we'll have another Sean season, another popular season. You never know. But I love that we had completely different reactions to this. I thought it was too much. You thought there was not enough. But hopefully you'll be getting your longer clips come January 23rd. You can see all of his body. But you're not the only one who's desiring Zach. We'll see in our next clip that Zach's a hot commodity. Everyone wants him.
Zach is the most genuine, emotionally intelligent, sweet soul. All of us want a guy like that.
The girls are into Zach. They are ready to find love. They're ready to pursue Zach. We see here, I believe they're in London. What is going to be a spot you're looking forward to now that we're, fully back to traveling, fully back to those very traditional Bachelor seasons?
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised they have a thing for Zach because Zach's, usually have it going on, as they do. What I know about this series and this franchise is that they actually put the most budget into The Bachelor. Way more than Bachelorette, Paradise. They really go all out. So based on this teaser, it looks like there's a lot of exotic locations and destinations they'll be traveling to, which really makes the show more exciting because while we're here in Los Angeles, we get to vicariously live through the TV as they're on boats and yachts and helicopters. So I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of things. But since you did mention they were going to London, I remember I did my study abroad there and I didn't get to see the Big Ben because there was scaffolding during that time. It was under construction and it was actually under construction for 2 years. So I'm hoping that they do some type of date, if they can, centered around the Big Ben because I was always curious about the history of that.
Yeah, totally. I mean, London is such a fun city. It's gorgeous. I, at one point, was there with my family, and my dad was trying to point at Big Ben as a landmark, saying where we were headed, and he didn't realize it was Big Ben. So he just said, oh, that big clock over there. So maybe they'll do something at the big clock. maybe there'll be a date there and you can
Maybe.
finally see it without the scaffolding. And as always, in these trailers, we get little snippets of fantasy suites, of hometowns. So if you want to be a detective, you can usually find out at least who some of the front runners are. So let's see if we can put our detective hats on and see if we find Zach's person in this next clip.
I want my forever person. I want my partner. I still feel like this is like a dream. Do I deserve this? I don't know, but I'm pretty damn happy.
Aww. I do like
He's
that
happy.
last clip of him when he's saying he doesn't know if he deserves it, but he's very happy. Like, we love a humble king. We love someone who's, just really there for the right reasons. And I feel like that's what all the women have been saying in this trailer of he's emotionally intelligent. He's here for the right reasons. He wants to get married. He wants to do all the good stuff. And Zach, the second you were talking about budget, it's hard not to notice on these date clips, the yachts, the helicopter, the fireworks. So, I mean, that is a good sign for these women on these dates because I don't think they're going to blow the budget on someone who goes home or who isn't one of his front runners. Obviously, we don't know these women well enough at this point to say who's who, but anyone standing out to you at this point?
Oh gosh, no. I mean, maybe I remember the few girls that were on the Rachel and Gabby's tell-all, like when he met those 5 girls, like that was like the most introduction. I haven't looked at the cast list or anything, but I definitely think that anybody who looks up the cast list and then looks up this trailer, you'll be able to pinpoint 3 or 4 girls that are most likely going to the final 5 or the final 6. So I personally will be doing this season as unspoiled as possible. I'm really trying to take a different approach because I felt like the past couple seasons I've been so spoiled that I'm trying to avoid everything and maybe not even know anyone's name until the season starts.
Ooh, it does make it a little bit more exciting when you don't know. I felt like, I don't know how I stumbled upon it. It wasn't intentional, but I stumbled upon, Gabby and Rachel's final picks very early on in their season, which kind of ruined it for me because I like that level of suspense and not really knowing. But so yeah, maybe we'll go into the season completely unspoiled and we'll just be giving you our genuine, real reactions here at Shared News. But moving
Shared
on
News.
to our next clip, it wouldn't be a Bachelor season if it was all sunshine and roses and everyone was there for the right reasons. It would only be a Bachelor season if there was drama. Let's take a look.
We all want Zach, so the claws are gonna come out.
I'm like already jealous.
This is my favorite part. Like, this is the reason I like The Bachelor, because I like the girl drama. It's so intense. It's so dramatic. And if these girls are going to bring it, then they better market that in the trailer if they want to attract viewers, because a lot of us are exhausted and you got to give us a better trailer than, I mean, it's getting good now that we're halfway through, but we're going to need some more promos because this is what I want to see.
Totally. And I think there is something we said when we have a Bachelor that's pretty even keeled, that's pretty, quote unquote, normal, if you will, or traditional, like we had a Clayton. It gives the women an opportunity to shine. Clayton was very mellow, very low key, and as such, we got a lot of female drama. So maybe your wish will come true, and this season will just be fireworks from the women as opposed to from Zach.
That's always my biggest wish. But I do think Clayton at the end did a really good job about making a good TV show when he couldn't make up his mind. So I wonder if Zach will have an epic ending as well. Those epic endings are always the best. We saw it with Pilot Pete, with Ari. So I'd be interested to see what kind of drama Zach brings, because he does seem so normal, like you mentioned. Like, he does seem not vanilla, but just that he doesn't want to stir the pot. And I think stirring the pot sometimes is part of making a good TV show, regardless if you're the Bachelor. I don't think he can leave it all to the women. Like, he needs to have some sort of messy side to him, just like Clayton did.
Yeah, we'll have to keep our eyes out for that epic ending. But my question to you, Zach, is are we in a chair shortage at the Bachelor Mansion? I'm confused why we've been having so many stair cries. It's a very dramatic position. Do the producers just whip away all the chairs so we can get a shot like this? Because I don't think I've cried on the stairs since I was a toddler. It just doesn't seem comfortable. It doesn't seem realistic. What are your thoughts?
I think it's because they're trying to run and cry and go to their bed, but they're just so exhausted after a stair or two. They just can't make it all the way up. So they just cry on the stairs. And it has a nice elevate, so it's like
much.
leaning. Yeah,
It's
they're
too much.
leaning.
They cannot possibly get up to their bunk beds. They have to just stop right then and there. The emotions are too
Yeah, it's a
high.
lot of stairs. There is a lot of stairs, Allison. I went to that mansion. There's a lot of stairs.
That's true. A lot of stairs. Things are, they got long shooting nights. There's a lot of champagne flowing. The stairs might just be too difficult or too dangerous at this point. So the drama's
Yeah.
happening. The tears are flowing. Let's take a look at our next clip to see how Zach is going to handle the drama from the women.
It's so hard to watch other girls with him. I'm scared he's gonna forget. Like him and I.
Please help me, help me, help me, help me, please help me.
Ooh, he looks stressed.
Wouldn't you be?
He looks stressed.
This is crazy. This is the same woman who we've seen in our last clip crying on the stairs. Now she's crying on the stairs, but she has an additional pillow, and it's Zach's lap. What?
Yeah, she's
And
begging
again,
for
we
help.
don't know if the help me, help me, help me. We don't know if that's part of it. It could be editing. But if you're getting cornered and someone's crying in your lap saying, help me, help me, help me, I might have play the clip back. I had a very similar expression on my face that Zach does.
He looks really good in that color. I like that shirt on him.
He does.
I feel like this is Bachelor Mansion. It kind of looks like that with the stairs. So I have a feeling that this girl isn't going to make it pretty far. She's giving me week 2, week 3 vibes.
It's a lot of drama to be having up front, and if you don't have that connection to kind of balance out the drama, he strikes me as the type of person that might just let her go because it seems a bit excessive if it's happening that early.
Let her go, Peter. Let her go.
Oh my gosh. But all right, so it'll be interesting. Maybe we'll get some additional facial expressions from Zach. Maybe he'll become our new Justin if he's just handed a bunch of sobbing women that he doesn't know how to console.
Yeah. And we need some Uncle Crunk.
But-
we need his famous Uncle Patrick to make an
Yes.
appearance or 3.
Yeah, do you think he will be part of, the finale when the family flies down? Is Uncle going to be there?
Yeah, I don't see why not if he was on Zach's hometown.
That's true. That's true. I know people are excited to see more from Zach's family, but there is a shocking guest that is not a family member. There's a shocking guest showing up this season. Let's take a look.
Tajwan is here. You're still my man.
She really is a bit.
We don't need another girl here.
I mean, this is hard. I feel like a failure.
Tajwan.
2 shocking guests. We have Tajwan and we have Victoria Fuller.
Speaking about uncles, Tajwan really came in right in cue. I still don't know the story between her and the uncle from Trey's uncle. It was Trey's uncle.
Trey's uncle.
And Tajwan had some sort of connection with him. They met on a dating app. I hope that I don't think she'll address that, but I hope she does. I think Tajwan was hilarious TV. So I'm happy to see her back on the season. I think we know that Victoria is just coming back to judge a date or be a part of some type of group date. So she's not going to be a contestant. She's very much with Greg Grippo, but that will always be fun to see a familiar face to kind of spice things up. And I'm sure Victoria could give some of the girls some great advice.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see what happens with Tajwan. How do you think this is going to go? Is he going to ask her to join the women? Is he going to politely send her home?
I think he'll keep her. I feel like he would give her a chance, especially if she's coming from an old season and coming in possibly the middle. I do think that he'll give her a chance, but I don't know, based on what we know about her personality and Zach's personality, if they would be a fit long term. But Tajwan must really have a crush on him in order to go on the show. So there might be something there, and I would not be opposed.
Yeah, I'll be intrigued to see, what their story is. If she just saw him on Gabby and Rachel's season and immediately thought they might hit it off. Did they ever communicate or DM at some point? We know everyone in Bachelor Nation is pretty well connected. So yeah, what made her feel so strongly that she is willing to shoot her shot on Zach's season? We'll just have to wait and see what Tajwan is bringing us.
will.
But let's take a look at our next clip.
I let myself down, and I feel like I let the women down.
All I want is a chance with a good guy.
Okay, so he says he
Aw.
feels like he let the women down. What do you think is he referring to? What did he do?
I mean, if we're talking about the last clip, maybe bringing Tajwan into the house in the middle of the season, that could be a reason why all the women could be upset. Or maybe Zach is just going through some type of anxiety. Maybe he canceled a date like we saw Rachel do last season. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Whatever Zach, needs to be dramatic about, they need to highlight it because it doesn't seem like we're going to get much drama from him, but they're going to milk it.
Yes. Yeah. We don't have a fence jump to advertise. We don't have any crazy things going on with Zach. So we got to take advantage of a single moment in which he has any
Whatever
sort of
we can
regret.
get.
Exactly. But it does look like here
Yeah.
he's kind of torn up. He put someone in a car. I wonder if maybe this is later on in the season, if he and, one of his front runners decide this isn't working. We've seen that happen before where we have a last minute someone leave the show and it is very heartbreaking. But
Yeah.
because he looks pretty torn up on his face, unless he's doing a good acting job.
Yeah, and I don't really think this looks like it's anywhere near the mansion. So this is probably a moment in time. And I think that's kind of how the trailer works. In the beginning clips we talked about, it almost felt like the beginning of the season, and now we're working our way to the end. So I would
Mm-hmm.
be excited to see if there is a potential proposal coming soon or a clip teasing us that it could be leading in that direction.
Yeah, so let's take a look at our last clip of the trailer.
I don't even know what happened. I saw something with her. I was not expecting that.
Whoa.
So this kind of confirms what I was thinking. Maybe it was a front runner or someone he was very into, and it doesn't seem like maybe it was
Yeah.
his decision for her to go home.
And it also kind of confirms that they are going to milk this because this is a very nonchalant meltdown, which I think is just Zach's personality. Like you mentioned, there's no fence being jumped, no one's jumping off a bridge, no wine glasses are being thrown.
No.
Whatever we can get from Zach, this is what we're getting. So I'd be interested to really see, how much of Bachelor Nation is truly excited about this season. And we want to hear from you guys because I don't know how many people truly want to invest in it or if they're going to take a season off possibly. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of people maybe won't make that decision until it's closer to the premiere. But I would say that this is probably an underwhelming trailer compared to seasons in the past.
I kind of agree with you, and I was going to ask you if you felt the same way as I did, because typically, they release these trailers to get people excited, and we've broken down tons of trailers over the last couple years on Shared News, and typically these are the
Tons.
moments where we're saying, oh, I do have Bachelor
Whoa,
fatigue, but ooh,
whoa.
this got me excited. Like, ooh, they might have gotten me for another season. And I'm right there with you, Zach. It was for a trailer that needed to make us intrigued. It kind of just seemed boring to me.
What they need to do is just go into Bachelor hiding, don't promote the show until like 2 weeks before, and then get everyone excited. I think they really just need to kind of shut down Bachelor Nation for the rest of the month, for the rest of the year. It's over, there's 1 month
Hmm.
left. And then in January, they can really start promoting it and use the new year to kind of freshen everything up.
Totally. And while we wait for Bachelor Nation or ABC to hire you to run their marketing department and take your advice, we, as Zach
It's been a long
says,
time.
want to know what you all think. Put your thoughts down in the comments. Are Zach and I just completely off? This is the best trailer that's ever been released. Are you feeling the Bachelor fatigue like we are? Put your thoughts down in the comments below. And before you go, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on any of our future videos. We'll, of course, be updating you as we get more promotional materials about Zach's season when Zach's season goes live, episode by episode, so you don't want to miss out. I'm your host, Allison Van Dam, joined today by Zachary Reality. Our social handles are on the screen right now if you want to come give us a follow and say hello. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.